Peace. Once again, it's on with the show. Today is the 26th, day number 26 in the month of October, and the year is 2013. The time right now is 11:13 a.m. Pacific Standard out here on the west. The best is in the west, according to the experts, and today is a nice day outside. It's been kind of gloomy for the past couple, but everything comes into balance. So I want to come out here and enjoy it on a Saturday, what really matters day, and what really matters perception, what you perceive to matter. So we'll go ahead and keep it brief because, hey man, it's Saturday, it's the weekend. We don't have too much time to be goofing off and not enjoying ourselves. So let's see if we can keep it brief. And if you don't know already, let me say it. I appreciate you tuning in. It makes a difference. So let's see if we can see together. Perception, perception, perception. At the top, at the bottom. What class, category do you perceive yourself to be in, to belong? Perception, perception, perception. I guess it's like they say, some people just talk because they like to hear the sound of their own voice. And I'm one of those people. And liking to hear my own voice, it actually helps me to listen to me and follow what I say. And interestingly enough, I tend to get good results. So I figure if that's what works, why change it? And it would be a mystery as to why somebody would perceive listening to someone else is more feasible than listening to your own self. But we want to get into perception and figure out exactly where you perceive yourself to be. That's the question and mystery that we and other philosophers have sought to resolve for quite a long time now. But like anything else, chances are there's a simple answer. So, I listed on penpop.com the expanded Wikipedia definition of perception. You pretty much know what it is, but if you want to get the technicalities of how it all works, it's there for you. Shout out to Wikipedia for keeping us in the know. And I also listed a quote by, I think it's Oscar Wilde, which says that life imitates art more than art imitates life. And that's an interesting question because both of those things are things that we perceive. You have to perceive art. And I say, yeah, sometimes it is like that. I mean, you go out into the real world and you see a certain thing, and then you see a picture and you can identify with it and say it's the truth. But then at the same time, you can look at a picture and then you can go out into the quote unquote real world and real life and see that and perceive it as a truth based on its similarity to the picture. So which one comes first? That's the mystery. What comes first, the picture or the real thing? Uh, as far as our education system is concerned, it's a double-edged sword. I remember seeing pictures first. That's where we start with our education. Or even looking at TV, you see pictures. That's what they show you to teach you a lesson. You look at these pictures and look at these words. And then you go out and you see the same thing in real life. But at the same time, it's a blessing because they also taught us how to make our own pictures. So I guess it's based on whichever way works best for you. I like to create my own pictures and then have that be what I see in my real life. If there's a such thing, more and more often, due to social media and the internet, well, there's a convergence. So that's another story. I just want to keep it focused on perception and class system at the top, at the bottom. Where do you see yourself? This is the top, this is the bottom. Where do you see yourself? Where do you perceive yourself to be? And whose perception do you go by, your own or somebody else's? I guess it goes back to the same thing. Whose voice you going to tune into? Do you believe in what somebody else says that you are or about what you are, or do you believe in what you say you are and how you define yourself and where you perceive yourself to be? Because if somebody shows you a picture and you're outside of that picture, well, chances are you're going to believe yourself to be wrong. But somebody showed you that picture. But it goes back to that mystery once again. And this is just an exploration into what's really real, what's really what, and what's really the truth. In regards to class system, I want to go ahead and open up exploration into that as well because it's something that we're dealing with as a society. President's goal of the Democratic Party is to strengthen the middle class. But first, we have to get into who fits into what socioeconomic class and how the classes are determined and distinguished in the first place. I would say, in order to strengthen any class, there would have to be a stronger class, maybe a uber class, above class, because you can only get strength from strength, or stronger. You can't draw strength from weak or weaker. You can only draw strength from strong. So there's got to be a upper class of strength, and the middle class that's being strengthened is going to receive that strength from the top, get it from the top. So we all have a decision, or a decision will be made in regards to what category we each and all fit in. As far as yours truly, I really don't have to say. I'm just doing my thing and going along and watching the show along with you, sitting in the movie theater. And even though it might be a story that I myself write and direct, I like to sit in the audience with the rest of the patrons and get the kind of same effect and feeling that you would get from seeing the movie. So let's continue on with the journey. Keep it under 10 minutes. And if there's anything that you want to be added to the script, feel free to contact me or send it in. If you can think as such, think as high as such. But once again, it's about what you perceive. How do you perceive yourself? The people at the top can do those kind of things. The people at the bottom need those kind of things done for them. But regardless, it's about perception, and I perceive this as the time to go ahead and consider it as another victory, and recommend that you stay at peace as we continue on with the show. One love.